People think the night shift is quiet, peaceful, even. But let me tell you, a hospital never truly sleeps. This story takes place back in 2018 in a small private hospital just outside of Chicago. You won't find this in any news archive, no headlines, no sensational articles. But every single nurse who worked there, they remember it, especially the ones who walked the halls after dark. The story centers around one room in particular, room 307. For years, it had been locked tight. The official reason handed down by the administration was simple enough: pending renovation. But everyone on staff knew the real reason. It was a reason whispered in hushed tones in the break room, a chilling piece of hospital folklore that felt all too real. Every single patient who was ever placed in room 307 died before the sun came up. It was never sudden, never violent. There were no signs of a struggle, no dramatic codes. They just stopped breathing. Sometime in the dead of night, their life would quietly slip away. Now, enter Emily. She was a fresh-faced nurse, just out of school, full of optimism and ready to start her career. This was her very first night shift. The charge nurse, a seasoned veteran named Sarah with tired eyes that had seen everything, assigned Emily the third floor. As they did the handover, Emily noticed the sealed door of 307. Curious, she asked Sarah about it. Sarah's face went blank. She didn't explain the history, didn't mention the so-called renovation. All she said was one single cryptic thing: "Whatever you hear from that room, do not respond." The first few hours of the shift were routine: checking vitals, administering meds, the quiet hum of medical equipment a constant companion. The floor was still, the patients asleep. Emily started to think maybe the night shift wasn't so bad after all. Then, at 2:43 a.m., a sound cut through the silence. A shrill, insistent chime. The call bell. A cold knot formed in her stomach. Sarah's warning echoed in her head. But she was a nurse. Her job was to help. Maybe a patient had been moved in without her knowledge. It was unlikely, but possible. Hesitantly, she got up and started walking down the long, empty hallway toward the room. As she got closer, the fluorescent lights overhead began to flicker erratically, casting long, dancing shadows on the walls. The air around the door of 307 felt different. It was warmer, thick and heavy, like the stale, uncirculated air of a room that hadn't been opened in years. It felt like someone had been standing there, breathing that same pocket of air all night long. She reached the door, her hand hovering over the handle, ready to knock. Just as she was about to, the call bell stopped. The silence that followed was somehow louder, more unnerving than the ringing had been. Emily felt a wave of relief wash over her. A malfunction, that's all it was. Faulty wiring. She turned to walk back to the safety of the brightly lit nurses' station. But then, another sound. The hospital phone on the desk began to ring, its sharp electronic trill startling her. The screen displayed 2 words, Room Tresentas is Setchi. This wasn't possible. The room was empty. It was slow and wet, a gurgling sound that was far too close to the mouthpiece, as if someone was holding the phone right against their lips. Every instinct screamed at her to hang up, to run. Before she could, a voice whispered through the receiver, "Can you come inside? I can't breathe." Emily froze solid. Her heart felt like it had stopped. It wasn't the words that terrified her, it was the voice. She knew that voice better than anyone's. She heard it every single day. It was her own. Shaking uncontrollably, she slammed the phone down. She stumbled back, her legs barely holding her up, and collapsed into the chair at the desk. She took one look at Emily's pale, horror-stricken face, and her expression hardened. Later, when hospital security reviewed the camera footage from that night, they saw something impossible. The tape showed the door opening. No one walked out. But as the empty space of the doorway was revealed, the hallway lights directly above it dimmed in sequence, one by one, as if a tall, unseen figure was passing underneath them, blocking the light. Three weeks later, the hospital administration made a drastic decision. They permanently closed the entire third floor. Workmen were brought in, and room 307 was sealed for good. Not with a lock, but behind a thick wall of concrete and plaster. But the story doesn't end there. Even now, years later, night guards who patrol the deserted hospital still report strange occurrences. Sometimes, in the dead of night, the old phone at the empty third-floor nurses' station will start to ring. The caller ID is different now. It always reads unknown, and the guards who are brave enough or foolish enough to answer, they hear the same soft voice. But it's changed. Thanks for watching. If you have a story you think is stranger than this one, share it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more unexplained mysteries. Stay safe out there.